What's going on, everybody? Finally, there's been some news on the release of the 2025 model output for Sea-Doo, Kawasaki, Yamaha, and other watercraft involved for next year. However, nothing is noted just yet. This is a speculation video about what we think is coming up in the next year. So, what we received, I think it was a little while ago, was this right here. Save the date. 3 days ago, we received simply this from seadoo. And it is obvious where they're shifting their marketing campaign and where they're going to shift the model campaign for the 2024 model year or 2025 model year. Now, this is kind of weird, but it makes sense because they already have the platforms available to make more fishing systems. One of the big ones that is guaranteed, and I know it's guaranteed, is the Sea-Doo Switch Fish Pro or the Sea-Doo Switch Fishing Model. And how I know this is because Sea-Doo laughed off my comment here, which I'll get to in a little bit. But my other comment here is Sea-Doo Fish Pro. Sea-Doo literally liked every other message except mine. And this was one of the first messages out there. So I said, Switch Fish Pro. Nothing. Absolute crickets. However, Sea-Doo replied to this one. If you release a Spark Fish Pro, it's already sold. So we know the Switch is coming out. However, this is something they shouldn't laugh about because what, more than anything nowadays, what the general public is looking for is an affordability platform in order to get into the PWC or fishing market altogether. I don't think the right way to go at this moment in time is charging more for a product that already exists but with slightly different platform items in it, like what would be the Switch Fish Pro. Now, I have actually done both of these on my channel. I have actually fished with my Sea-Doo Sea-Doo Switch on the ocean, and I also have fished on my Sea-Doo Spark as well. I actually have a video about creating a Spark Fish Pro right here. And this is going back 5-6 years ago, 5 years ago now. Exactly 5 years ago. This is when I created a platform for fishing for the Spark. And people were laughing about it. But realistically, the Fish Pro came out slightly after this. The actual Fish Pro. Why not make a Spark Fish Pro? Look at everything I did to make this happen. This was a very difficult rig to make for what it was, but it worked out decently. I didn't end up using strapped. I ended up using turnbuckles. But at the end of the day, what we're looking for is a entry-level purchase for the ability to go out there and fish. And the Sea-Doo Spark is surprisingly stable, even at, let's say, 50 extra pounds in the rear. And these are 2-ups, not even counting the 3-ups. The 3-up is a little more stable than the 2-up. But I've done this. I've actually gone all the way across the Sound with a fishing rig, which is 20 miles out and back. You know what I mean? So, and we even went to Fisher's Island, which was like a 40-mile round trip. So, yeah. So it's entirely possible to take a Spark across the Sound or even across a very significant distance and fish off of it. Why not? If you can fish off of a Spark, why not make a Spark Fish Pro? So unfortunately, I don't think they're going this direction, but if they do, I will end up purchasing one of these. I don't have that fishing rig anymore, so I was debating making another one for the 3-up, but if Sea-Doo comes out with a Fish Pro Spark, it would be definitely purchased. However, I still don't think it's going to happen. You could see here Sea-Doo just doing their marketing campaign of fishing, which is obvious what they're going after. They're going to have some accessories that go with it that they can kind of sell more off of, but this is my thinking cap here about what they're getting into. Do I care about lures? Do I care about anything else? No. However, all this is a marketing campaign for them to put out their new models. So let me know what you guys think. Do you think this is going to be another version of a PWC Fish Pro, or the obvious, which is going to be the Switch Fish Pro? And, like I said, I've already done this in the past. You can see the fishing rig on the back of this. You can see the fishing rig on the back of this. So I've done this well in the past. And this is going back many years. And the one thing that I wanted to say is, would you guys buy a Spark Fish Pro? Something that you can fool around on and then all of a sudden go fishing on. Now, these rigs don't have to be the most in-depth rig to put a fishing system on. Just something that'll get you out there and fish. The majority of people use this in freshwater. Why not just have something that can do that? So yeah, this is my understanding of what I think would be the best-selling model. Imagine if you have this at an entry point of about $8,000. A little cheaper than the Trix, but not a Trix. A Spark Fish Pro. If you bring this at $9,000, people will buy this. They were having trouble selling the Fish Pro model trophy. I've seen two of them out on the floor of multiple dealerships, and the reason why is because at $20,000, that's a way above a budget of people could be affording it right now. So I think this is the right move if they can do it, but I don't think it's going to happen. And like I said, I've taken the Switch out on the ocean before, and I fished out there, and actually you could see this right here. And we went out pretty far out there with the Fish Pro, and we tried it out, and it worked pretty good, considering. They're going to put a trolling motor on this thing, or a trolling mode. They're going to have a lot of different rod holders all over this, and I know they're going to come out with the Switch Fish Pro. I just don't think it's the right move necessarily. I think they need to expand a little bit on their fishing model, if that's what they're going to do. However, it is a bummer, because that means more than likely we're not going to see the 1630 Sea-Doo Spark Trix or Sea-Doo Spark. We're probably going to see that in 2026, which again is fine. I've been waiting to pick up something. I was debating getting a Fish Pro Scout, but it just doesn't fit my lifestyle good enough for me to end up picking it up. So, what are your guys' thoughts on this? What do you think about the new Sea-Doo release? And I also went into Yamaha, and I went through their new lineup. The only thing I can find here is this. It's a teaser of new colors. That's about it. In fact, they even say it on here. You can see the colors kind of teasing right there. So, again, they're going retro 90s. Yamaha's really not doing anything groundbreaking or new, which is total bummer. And, again, I am, if anything, more of a Yamaha fan than I am a Sea-Doo fan. However, when it comes to innovation, Sea-Doo is second to none when it comes down to it. So, and Yamaha price line is very high. Kawasaki, on the other hand, is really not even marketing their Watercraft as much as everything else. However, they do have a new lineup coming. A lot of people are just frustrated with everything Yamaha has to offer at the moment. Other than a pretty solid and reliable ski, there's not much else from Kawasaki and Yamaha. Both of them are just kind of playing it safe, putting small amounts of stuff out there. And we've heard that they've kind of let go a lot of their workforce because all of the downturn in sales, when it comes down to it, the price of everything has skyrocketed. The price is not going to come down, unfortunately. Inflation's here to stay. The only thing that's going to happen is they're going to have to weather this storm, innovate, draw new attention to new products coming out, and then have people like me buy them and try them out. So, again, I'm not sponsored by any of these companies. I don't take any sponsorships, and for that reason, I like to do a completely unbiased review on a lot of stuff. And yeah, my channel is on Instagram has primarily been focusing on cars, but my channel here is still primarily watercraft and then also landcraft as well. So Sea-Doo is one of my biggest proponents of keeping this channel alive and keeping this going. So I would like to see more stuff out of Sea-Doo. And again, for me, I'd be picking up anything that they would put out there that is interesting to me or to you guys to watch. So let me know your thoughts on this. Let me know if you expect Yamaha to randomly blindside us with something, or Kawasaki to randomly blindside us with something, or do you think Sea-Doo is the only one out there innovating and the only one actually taking a risk at creating new things. So again, I want to say thank you to Sea-Doo for putting marketing out there of new products rather than just playing it safe. They're the only ones at the moment doing this. So put in the comments below what you think for the teaser for the 2025 season is, and we'll talk about it. All right, guys, we'll see you soon on the water. Take it easy.